place used to be old mental illness hospital. They sent people like me here. You have no mum, no dad, no brothers, no sisters to play around with. They miss the whole family vibe. I think that's terrible. Because you need someone close in your heart and believe in your heart.
As parents, we want our children to continue their life and to have a good life when we're dead, and we have to plan that before we die.
Now, let's give you a grand tour of the house.
If we don't have something in place for Digby, really strong, before we die, the government will step in. Well, in my case, I mean, Digby hasn't got siblings.
Which one? That one? Or this one? Hi, how are you? This is my garden, and my name is Digby Webster, and this is my garden, my house. I live here all my life.
The greatest fear is just that if he doesn't have the sort of structure, the framework, which keeps him safe and secure, that his sort of general routine could fall apart quite quickly, and he could actually lose a lot of the skills that he has and a lot of the confidence.
Number one on my dream is I want to get married to a person who loves me back and I love them back. And two, I still follow in my art. I want to see myself living independently by myself in the future. I want to be a really happy man. Make my own family. And make mum and dad proud.
Hi, I'm Tom Anno. I'm from Korea and I will be a movie star. This is from Neighbours, right? That's Connor. Ollie, Declan, and all those others in here, that they helped me all the years when I'm up and out. One day I want to be up there with them one day too. So I want to be independent, real independent. The first person ever to do that.
So why do you want to be a part of this film?
Why? Because I want to show people how to learn about real life. Living on my own is hard to do the work. I don't want to do it, but I had to do it. I want to do the right things, and that's why I got a tough year this year.
My name is Tracy. I'm 35 years old. First started in film and TV as an actress, so when I was 13, and that was the best thing that's ever happened to me.
I just want to say thank you my parents.
And I won a TV Weekly, a special achievement for my role in GP. I then went through an SBS miniseries, medical drama series, a feature film, Clubland. In the time when I was an actress, it was so awesome. I love to entertain the world. There's too much typecast for people with a disability, so that's the reason why I left film and TV. I was working for Wealth. I was the customer service provider. Unfortunately, my job got redundant. I'm about to have a career change.
Trace. I love you, mother.
My next aim is to teach again, and I wanted to do something to help people with a disability. So solely it will be people with Down syndrome. If I do have the funding for my theatre programs, I would have someone to watch over my shoulders because I've got a disability and I'm always going to have someone to have to back me. But even that presents a problem because my fine motor skills are not crush hot. I don't think I can write as fast as my peers. But it's true to say that a little bit of faith can go a long way.
Hey, Diggs. You want to cut that spinach for me?
Which one?
All these little ones here.
This one?
Yep. 7 years ago, I had a second bout of breast cancer, and it really did put me in a situation where I really needed to consider how important it was to get things in place for Digby. Crisis care is basically what happens when nothing has been put in place. In fact, I did see it happen recently with a young girl who lived in Glebe and her carer died, and there was no place for her to go and there was no other siblings or family to look after her. She was put in a motel room out at Windsor and she stayed there for nearly 2 years. Very remote, away from her community, with a carer dropping in once a day, I think it was. If we can get the housing right, a lot of other things will fall into place for our kids. They'll have companionship, they'll have support, they'll have safety.
My name is Sam. I am working with Tom, facilitating him and assisting him to live independently in the community.
No, which one, Sam?
He's enjoying the idea of looking for his own stuff at the shop, picking them up, put them on the trolley, come to the counter, put the stuff on the counter, and deal with his own guard. All those little things.
All done.
My name's Cassie, I'm Tom's older sister. Tom comes and works with me several days a week. He stays up quite late most nights watching television, which then makes it hard for him to get up in the morning, so it's a vicious cycle. Tom used to live at the back of my parents' house, but I think it was getting a little bit noisy and there was conflict. He's oblivious to how loud his television is or his music is and what time of the night he is watching it or singing at the top of his lungs.
When I asked, can we do washing? Tom said, I'll do it myself. But after a week, the washing is still there.
It's sad because you don't like seeing him living like that sometimes. We have a cleaner that comes, I think, once a week, but then he doesn't like them touching his stuff either, so...
Then we talked about Tom's health checks. I don't know whether they happened. I think some of them didn't happen.
The Circle of Support is a group of friends of Tom and family members that come and meet once a month and talk about issues regarding Tom.
And Tom has indicated to me that he wants to do stuff where it's different people or new people rather than the same people.
What things we have to organise to do with Tom's work or his living or his activities. It's hard because we do get frustrated with him, but then again we've got to let him be who he is and be an adult and have his point of view put across.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we think the brochure's good. So we'll just get Peter to cast an eye over it. I'll email you tonight and then we can go ahead and get it printed.
We are the parents of adult children with an intellectual disability, and we got together about 5 years ago, lobbying the local government and the state government and the federal government at different levels for housing for our adult children.
How often do they meet, do you think?
Is it by every...
An Abbeyfield house is for 10 residents, and they have their own entrance, and they have then another entrance into common area. They have their own bathroom, they have their own bedroom, and they have a little living area.
This is the kitchen and the dining area.
Okay.
It's fine.
Thank you.
It's fine with me. I just have to put my washing away.
And the bathroom too. Wow, that's
So
James room.
this is where some of the residents are doing their paint drawings and painting.
It'd be perfect for you, Diggs.
And yeah, and that's the pool
He's an
table.
artist. He loves doing
I
art.
like
Yeah.
I like art.
A full-time carer lives on the premises. They do have to supply one hot meal a day.
And you just grab it,
Yeah.
put it in a plastic.
And I'll have to
The Abbeyfield model means that once the person is happy there in that place, no one can move them. They're there forever.
When we went away last year,
It's not at the whim of political decisions, it's not at the whim of anyone, it's self-supporting. Once it's paid for, there's no more money goes into this, and it's just like anyone else's home.
How long are you leaving this place?
2 years in June.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, do you miss mum and dad a lot, or is it nice being without mum and dad here?
I miss them, but I miss mum and dad, but they do come and see me. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Several years ago, we suggested to the council to build housing above the local car park. Well, we're hoping that it's supported accommodation, but it's got a long way to travel through the council. They'll take it to an advisory, it might be discussed, it might be presented, then it might be presented somewhere else, it may or may not be acted on. And then developers often are represented, and they'll say, how can you give this to a particular group? Why isn't it on the free market? And it goes on for years.
It's going to be the second Tuesday of October. It would be the 8th and I'll be away.